Let's start. Today we are going to discuss Kafka Streams. Okay, how that will work. So I will discuss for that. The Kafka Streams working flow. That's I will simply explain the overflow of that working flow, how it will happen. That data producer, that's applications or services that produces Spring Boot applications. So it will create send the records, so that records comes under that Kafka clusters broker, that's input topics. We creating the multiple topics for that. As of now, we are creating just the transitions topic that will saved split up into partitions 0 1 2, so that we will see in upcoming classes that consumes the reads, and it will reads that, so that Kafka streams applications your workflow streams thread that serves for that read from input topic, that is transitions. From that, read it and do the operations stream processing, that filter, map, join, aggregate. In these sections we just see the filter operations. So here that state store local stores immediate state used for aggregation, joins, windowing. Okay, so for that, without Kafka, we cannot able to know the state of the event. So here it will stores the intermediate state, so that we can able to do the aggregations, joins, window. And Kafka streams client, that symbol consumer, fault tolerance, offset, checkpointing, read processed data and published, producer, scalability, parallel, that's asynchronous operations. And it will provide the output, publish the records, output topic, whether it is success or any fraud alerts. In our sections, we just checking the conditions. If the transactions go beyond 10,000, it will showed us fraud alert message. After that, consume records and data consumer applications or services, consumer to alert service dashboard, it will sending the output us. So summary of that, produce sends data to the input topic, transitions, so sending the transitions. So Kafka broker stores the data in partitions with replications. Kafka streams applications consume data, processing it, filter, map, join, aggregate using stream threads. Here we using filter operations. Okay, I am just explain that filter. And intermediate state is stored locally in state stores for fault tolerance and exactly once processing. And processed data is published to the output topic. Other applications consume the processed data and take action, alerts, dashboard, notifications. So I am going to explain the real time projects, simple projects, so you can able to know very well. In this, we can use the technologies Kafka, Spring Boot, Java plus Kafka Streams. So that key points, Kafka Streams provides fault tolerance, scalability, and exactly once processing. State is maintained locally and changelog topics are used for recovery. Multiple instances can run in same applications for parallel processing. Let's see for that our coding sections. Okay, so that we just open the spring.io website. We are using JSON, Maven. In this case, I am using 3.5.1.5 and the artifact ID I am giving that fraud detector systems. Okay, system and jar properties. The Java version we are using 21. So we need to add some dependencies. Okay, so that first dependency is lombok. That dependencies for the annotations reduce the boilerplate code and Swagger documents API. For that we need to able to test in the front end. Okay, and Kafka Spring for Apache Kafka. So we used for that, and we are using the producer applications as well as consumer, so that we need this Apache Kafka messaging app is needed, and Kafka Streams. Spring for Apache Kafka Streams. So and Spring Web just the needed for that. So just generate it. So I am generate these into the code and imported with that in our Eclipse ID. So you find out the form.xml. I am pasting the JITKA code so you can get it from that. Okay, here the form.xml we given the fraud detector systems, and Java version we are using 21, and Spring Boot starter web and Kafka Streams. Okay, and Spring Kafka and Open API for the Swagger, and Project Lombok we are using, and that's all. I think almost we discussed here. And plugin executions build. These are the Maven plugins. So we just dependencies. Then only we can able to do the operations. Okay, and first of all we go to getting that applications, the main page, fraud detector systems applications. After that we need to first create the Kafka config.java. Here that Kafka config.java, we need to config package, we need to create. Here we need to create, right click and open package. Selecting on that we provide the config. From that Kafka config folder we just declare it's the configurations things, so that we used for at configurations annotations, and public new topic, the create transition topic, so that new topic transitions 3, and start short 1. It will create the 3 partitions. Okay, and it is stored in one memory location, so that short of 1, so it will create the transitions topic, and at bean it will auto called for that, so that we import the at bean annotations. And another topics we are creating fraud alerts. For that if the system make it suspicious transactions, it will send the topic to fraud alerts. Okay, so you can understand this concept, Kafka config. And we are going to create the controller. That the controller, you can see that request mapping for that API slash transaction. So it will, we can in the browser we can able to call that API slash transactions. Okay, and we can declare the variable Kafka template final. That's the Kafka template, and we need to create the own constructors, that transactions controller. Constructors means the file name and function name is same, you know that. So that constructor, from that we are passing the Kafka template, string Kafka template, and this dot Kafka template equal to Kafka template, and we creating another variable, that's ObjectMapper class. So that ObjectMapper equal to new ObjectMapper. And in the first mapping we are creating send transactions functions. In these sections we are sending the 50 request information to the topic, that's transaction ID. This is a system.current time milliseconds plus I. So it will get the unique ID for that, and amount, because 8,000 plus next double value, and 11,000 minus 8,000, so something calculations. So it will reach after 10,000 it will make us suspicious transactions. Okay, and we are sending the new transaction ID, user, amount, local time. So this one we declared as the another one class, the in event. Here we can public record string transaction user ID, double amount, string timestamp. Okay, the record class, okay, that things I will explain to you that so in this record class, so this is the full of code. Okay, this is Java 8. We can normally return like this, just private transaction ID, user ID, amount, timestamp, and added the transactions, and getters method, get transactions ID, get user ID, get amount, get timestamp, and setters. So override toString for that method. ToStrings means it will without toString, maybe it will when run the code, it will display some ASCII code, that kind of cache code. So that will needs to avoid for that using the toString method. So this is the full code. This one equivalent to this public record transactions. It's the Java 16 features introduced. So it will remove the lengthy code, it will a short code equivalent to this. Without writing this all the lines, we just write public record transactions, string transactions ID, string user ID. Okay, that's code. And we need to transactions controller. From that we need to write values string, that's a serialized string, serializing JSON format. So use for that write it will generate the JSON values. Okay, TXN JSON value, it will send to the Kafka template. Before that, you need to explain. I am going to applications.properties. This Spring applications will run on port number 9191. Okay, and this application's name is Spring FAD detector systems, and here you need to applications.yaml file. Here we explain the application's name, the bootstrap servers where it is Kafka will run. Yeah, that will which server Kafka will run, that 9092, that local first, and produces that key serializers value, that we are now, as of now we are using only string serializer. This is the one basic flow. Okay, basic streams, Kafka streams, basic Kafka streams only. And it will why want we go to the Kafka streams, because we can multi for real time scenarios for the Zomato system. Okay, so huge amount of orders delivered and everything will happen, right? So that on that one vendors want how many active orders, how many that order placed, and so these all the informations we can able to just display one dashboard easily. We can get the report for that. So that purpose we are combine all the transactions and displayed it in one place. So that the case we use Kafka streams, large amount of data and processing, and list out the accuracy of the status of the system. Okay, and this default dot keys properties, OG Apache Kafka common serialization sets dot dollar string is or de the streams applications ID, that fraud detector streams. Okay, fraud detector streams, it's whatever it is, give the application's name that you can provide. And in that we have that fraud detector stream, that we just it's a configurations for that Kafka streams, so that we need to enable the Kafka streams, so that annotations called at enable Kafka streams, and at SLF4J for used for writing the log informations. Here we can case stream string, so producer as a string and consumer as a string. Transaction streams equal to boulder.stream transactions. It will read the transactions. What's the informations coming under? These informations comes in from that. Here we are sending the informations to transactions topic, just transactions ID and some informations, that transactions ID, username, amount, and time, local time, daytime, that also we send. It will receiving here, that transactions here, receiving the informations, and process the stream. Okay, process the transactions, so that case stream string fraud transaction stream dot filter, we are getting the value, key and value is suspicious, that transaction is suspicious or not. So here it will go to this function, is suspicious transaction new ObjectMapper read value get the value transitions.class. From that we get the amount attributes. Amount attributes is greater than 10,000, then it will return it's a fraud alerts. Okay, so it will return this. Here we can able to log in the fraud alert transitions one value comma key comma value that will displayed, and step fraud transaction stream to fraud alerts. So it will send the information to this topic fraud alerts topic that will created in new topic fraud alerts. Okay, so you get you understand these coding area. If any not working, then you can comment it in that video below. Okay, and I am almost explain all the things for the coding sections. Okay, so it will go to the controller. From that it will send the details to that. From that it will normally enable here the Kafka template, enable the fraud detection stream, enable Kafka stream. From that it will automatically call these functions fraud detect streams using admin. We declared as admin attributes, so Spring Boot can able to know it's the object, so it will auto called. So create read the informations to the transactions. Okay, and process the streams and write to detect the alert system. So that we need to download the Kafka we need to download. Okay, from that here I am downloading these versions. Okay, Kafka 2.1.3.4, that versions I am downloading. Okay, that also I will attach in my system. Okay, in my YouTube video in the repository folder. So you getting this one, and I am using Windows system. Okay, Windows have the different running commands. Okay, so that I am downloaded these versions Kafka 2.1.2 3.4. Okay, just to open in terminal, and first of all we need to run the zookeeper. Okay, so this is the command pin /windows /zookeeper underscore server underscore start config zookeeper.properties. Okay, so open it and enter it, and just it will running. Okay, so here wait until zookeeper start. After that we need to run this Kafka server also. Okay, yeah, it will running. Okay, it's successfully run, and open that next sections, open in terminal. Okay, and paste it Kafka server hyphen start config. Okay, just enter it. So we run the Soapkeeper and Kafka server, and we need to run our Spring Boot applications. Okay, so that run that fraud detection systems. So go to these. Run as Java applications. So it will running for that. Mhm. Here we have the state transitions from rebalancing to running. So it will running good. So not have the issues. Okay. So after that we can open the Swagger. Okay. Localhost. We are running the port 9 on Swagger index.html. Okay. From that we need to try it out. Okay, just execute the code. Yeah, so that it will executing this transitions controller. From that you can able to viewing. Yeah, here we can able to find out the fraud alert notifications. Transactions ID, user ID 10,000 top. Okay, 10,000. How many fraud alert we have? Almost 1 2 3 4, almost 18. I think 18 maybe have that. Okay, so this fraud alert will displayed. How it will displayed? Here we can able to this fraud detection stream. Here we can getting the key and value, and we can able to test with the offset explorer. Okay, just to open that topic. We are creating the topic fraud alerts on topic, and partition 0, getting the data. We have that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 1 2 3 4 6 7 8, and partition 3, and so on. And transitions but this values here not displayed. Key and value here it will not displaying the not displayed not displayed. Here we have 50 data. Okay, 50 data, 50 partitions, 50 transitions we send consumer producing received the 50 data, but the key value will displaying some different values. We need to checking for that. But consumers fraud detective stream offset transitions 1 to 15 and 18. Okay, fraud detectors 0 to 15 and 0 to 19 offset value. here just visualizing, but in this area you can able to find out, okay, what are the fraud alert value, transactions ID, and amount. Once 10,000 above, it will creating the fraud alert. So that things you understand. I hope that here amount 10,000, then it will creating the fraud alert. But I am looking here some problems. Okay, we can able to find out for that. Okay, but you know the topics, so that topic is created fraud alerts, transitions, the two topics are created from that, and consumers also fraud detector streams. Okay, so please subscribe my channel. That's all today. Thank you.